Welcome to Perspectives in Mobile, the news podcast from the Mobile Ecosystem Forum. Join us discussing the world of telecommunications, technology, and mobile innovations. From Florence, Ricardo Amati.
Welcome to a new edition of Perspective on Mobile. Today we are joined by Amanda Muftie of Senora the Label, an innovative fashion brand redefining customer engagement in Indonesia's booming mobile commerce market. Amanda has embraced tools like WhatsApp and SMS to deliver personalized style consultation, seamless shopping experience, and enhanced after-sales service. In this episode, we'll explore how mobile platforms are transforming fashion, the role of AI and emerging tech, and Amanda's vision for a mobile-first future. Amanda, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Amanda, can you share the story behind Senora the Label? What inspired you to integrate mobile platforms like WhatsApp into your customer engagement strategy?
So, Sonora was built in 2019, and Sonora started as an affordable version of the previous brand, Renoir. And Sonora didn't start with our current colorful clothing at first. It was very similar to the previous brand, Renoir, where it was more bold, kind of edgy. But as time goes by, especially during the pandemic, the style slowly changed, and we eventually grown into the current branding that we have now, where it's still bold, but it's more on the colorful side. And we've always sold our clothing at WhatsApp since one of Indonesia's main software for communication is WhatsApp. It's used by the majority from different ages, and I think it just feels natural and convenient for both buyers and for us to use WhatsApp as one of our main use of communication with our customers. There's minimal training needed for new employees as we're all used to the application. Also, in a way, it feels more personable for buyers as well, making it easier for us to have a friendly relationship with our customer while still maintaining professionalism.
How do you use an application like WhatsApp to enhance the customer experience, comparing it with traditional channels? What was the plus?
In comparison to, let's say, emails, messaging apps like WhatsApp or Instagram DMs makes it easier for us to be professional, but at the same time be friendly with our customers. And besides that, a lot of people nowadays we don't really use email for like outside the office, and therefore we don't really check our emails. And in a way, I think that creates a lot of barrier for a lot of people. Like for example, if they want to complain about a product or ask about a product size, they would be more hesitant. And WhatsApp is also just more instant for our customers in comparison to email.
The big trend in everything, but I think in e-commerce probably is paramount, is the interaction with the client. I mean, everything must be personalized in
Yeah.
this digital revolution, even in e-commerce. How do you do that? How can you offer recommendations which are tailored for a single person, or even advise on style, and can you accompany the person like some shop assistant in a boutique?
Oh, in a way, we do that. Like we have like a style assistant through WhatsApp, like in a boutique. Like if a customer would like ask, they would like send a garment picture to like our WhatsApp, and they're like, "How would I style this? Like what pants goes with this? Will this fit with a skirt?" And we do have a person that handles like customer service, and usually that person will reply to them. So we do that over WhatsApp also. And through WhatsApp, we also handle kind of like customization, but the only customization that we have is sizing. Since we do self-manufacturing, we do accommodate for people from like different sizes because our clothing are like free-sized. So maybe it's too small or too big, we can also accommodate to that, and they can contact us through WhatsApp as well.
Do you think, how do you see artificial intelligence in the future in this kind of interaction with clients? Could be useful? Are you using it? Are you thinking about using it in the future?
I don't know, maybe in the future, but as of right now, we really like we really like how we really like creating basically,
Sure.
and I think like as designers, it's just like it's not something that I would want,
Yeah, this
you
is
know.
probably the big problem with artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, I think it couldn't be really creative. That's a characteristic of
Yeah.
still of the humans for the moment, at least.
Mm.
Indonesia is a growing market for mobile commerce. How do you position your company in this trend, which is exploding really in your big country?
Well, to put ourselves on the map on mobile commerce, we do use Meta, as well as operating our own website. And we definitely do notice the use that is quite useful using Meta to collect data and giving us an image of our customers, which is good for us in the long run. With that data, we make sure the content we share on social media is something that our customers and buyers will like, and we will use that content to advertise ourselves and put our name out there, basically.
Can you give us, Amanda, an example
Mhm.
on about your work with clients, like let's see how you use mobile tools to support all the journey that your company make with the clients, from discovery to purchase and after sales, so client service, customer service.
So to support our customer journeys, we've been using Meta. And on Meta, like we can choose our objectives like awareness, consideration, and conversion, and that basically helps us in tracking our customer journey. And basically, before we operate with Meta, we also just make sure that our account is active and gather organic interactions. Besides the interactions that we gather from advertising as well. So during the awareness or discovery stage, we have our own strategy where we focus on creating engaging content. We see what content works best, such as the songs that are trending, good pacing, engaging copywriting that aligns with our objective, and so on. And we also make sure that the content itself is of high quality, from the lighting, equipment, etc. And we can see if the content is doing well from the data that we collect from doing the awareness stage in Meta. At Sonora, we do usually do consideration to kind of nurture and eventually lead them to conversion to make purchase from the users that have engaged from our account. And basically, we send the people who are targeted with our consideration ads to our Instagram page, and you can kind of compare it to, I guess, Boost Post. It's kind of like that, but it's cheaper, which is good for our budget. And for our after sales service, we're open to we are basically open to engage with our customers regarding their order, stuff like that.
For example, big companies like Zara are using WhatsApp for personalized shopping and customer support. Do you have similar strategies? If so, how are they tailored to your market, to the Indonesian market?
I think, as far as I'm aware, in a way we have adopted a similar strategy. We do offer personal styling, we offer sizing consultation through WhatsApp, and even sizing customization. I think how it's tailored to the Indonesian market is the way we communicate with our clients, Indonesian hospitality kind of thing, where it's kind of like respectful but not as formal as an email. So it's in a way it's easier for our customers to connect with us.
Is there a future for traditional stores? How do you see the future? Will it be a mobile first approach, the winning strategy in, for example, in fashion, in your kind of pret-a-porter fashion?
Mobile first approach, if you're talking like generally in the fashion industry as a whole, I think it's more of like complementing the already existing physical stores, because in fashion I think that a lot of people they want to come in, see the outfit, see how it looks, see the fabric and stuff like that. But at the same time, for us, we don't have our own stores. Like we consign our garments to multi-brand stores. So basically, we do use WhatsApp mainly because we don't have our own stores. But it works for us because our garments aren't necessarily like tailored. And but for like luxurious like garments, items, I think that online like mobile first kind of approach, it's kind of hard to like completely replace the traditional stores for them. So, but I do think that it complements each other.
About the relations between e-commerce using new technologies and traditional stores. What are the challenges of implementing mobile first strategies? Because it's a highly competitive market, fashion.
Yeah, oversaturation. Because yeah, it's very competitive because nowadays there's just so many like brands. The fashion industry has gotten like quite crowded. That it might be hard to stand out, especially with some people who might feel like suffocated from the amount of ads they get from like different brands. And but for us, we're kind of lucky to have established a brand identity that makes us stand out from the get go. However, that is still a challenge in itself, finding the people from the specific niche of audience that might enjoy our clothing.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, you need to maintain a personal touch. I mean, to
Yeah.
differentiate yourself by having a very personal style. And how do you balance automated interactions through I don't know, I can see in the future like chatbots doing, maybe not at the moment, but that probably what will happen. That's-
Mhm.
how can you maintain a personal touch using technology? You're just beginning to do that, but the future promises more and more use of revolutionary technology,
Mhm.
which could be not very personal, of course.
Yeah. So for us, we do use like a rule-based chatbot, and but what they do is that they just help with our FAQ. But if someone still asks for a customer service representative, we still offer them as well. So that's how we kind of balance it out. We introduce them with the chatbots, but if they ask for a representative, then we still have those. And from our experience, although we have the chatbots, people still ask from the get-go, like for a person to talk to them, basically. So we don't rely on it as much because our customers still prefer a representative to talk to them.
So basically, the secret is to balance the
Yeah.
technology with the best technology ever made, which is humans. Basically,
Yeah.
you need both.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the keys of the future,
Nothing
because
can replace.
you need to use a mean that can facilitate
Yeah.
your trade, and at the same time you don't have to give everything to this artificial kind of human. How do you measure the effectiveness of using mobile platforms in increasing sales, engagement, or customer satisfaction? What matters you use?
So when it comes to engagement, we measure our effectiveness by seeing the percentage of our CTR. And for fashion, the benchmark is around 2%, and ours is around 3 to 4%.
Uh-huh.
2% can mean the content is good and creative and hits the right customer. And on top of CTR, we also look out for engagement rate and as our measurement for effectiveness. And for sales by metric, we also look out for our return on ad spend and then as well as our return on investment. And then for customer satisfaction, we look out for repeat orders as well as our shop rating on e-commerce, honest testimonials on WhatsApp, like sharing a picture wearing our clothing, etc. And also for the rating on e-commerce, the e-commerce platform that we use, they provide to show like how quick we respond to them. So we also use that as a measurement of how good our customer service is. And then the shop rating is for like regarding the order, like are they satisfied with our product or not?
If can you share some insights that you have gained from analyzing customers' data on these platforms we were mentioning?
We definitely gather some unique insights from our customers. So, for example, for Sonora and the big cities, like um, we learned that the age ranges from 21 to 50, and for less big cities, maybe starting a little older. And for a lot of Sonora buyers, also mainly they buy our garments for events or like brunch with the girls with like a dress code, for concerts, like mainly K-pop concerts, and then traveling as well. And I think when people are looking forward for an Instagrammable moment, they kind of think of Sonora. And we are also becoming more aware of a community in Indonesia where people enjoy wearing colorful outfit. We become more aware of that niche audience or niche community, I guess, which is always nice. And uh, some insights that we also gather is that a lot of people that kind of like reach out to us, a lot of them are stylists. They usually use that put us on their checklist, like for from entertainment industry to like for celebrity wardrobe for like events and stuff like that.
Lots of feedback, very useful
Mm.
for
Yeah.
strategists. Yes. Um, do you plan to expand the use of mobile platforms in your strategy? For example, augmented reality, video consultations via apps, sort of a metaverse of vision. Do you see something like that at work in the future, or
for
even now?
for us, augmented reality, I think it is good for like styling and like trying it on before like you buy it. But for us, maybe it's not yet doable because we're still quite a small business. And on top of that, mainly our shoppers, they prefer a traditional way to shop. So for now, it's not really something that we think of. But video consultations is doable. Maybe we will implement that as our business expand.
So it's because of your business and because of culture as well. You can see
Yeah,
that people still want to have a more uh, again personalized and more human contact with the seller.
yeah.
But again, mobile technology will be paramount in the future. How do you see the broader fashion industry um, in the next, let's say, 5 years, from the point of view of mobile technologies, still developing?
For us, from like my standpoint, I don't know if this is too like ambitious for 5 years, but we spoke about like augmented reality before, but I think that maybe a better AR technology might surface. My main concern as someone in the fashion industry is that because there's too many nuances to like a perfectly fitted clothing, so that's why like um I'm still like questioning it because I'm just like how are we so sure that it's going to like I can never 100% trust it. As someone in the fashion industry, because there's so many nuances of perfectly fitted clothing. Like, for example, the colors might be off than in real life depending on different lighting. Like, the generated clothing might not follow the color in real life. But in 5 years, maybe it might be way better. And it can show the clothing, what it looks like on your body, and what fits and what doesn't. Maybe even like down to the measurements, and it can tell us like what needs to be altered, how the colors of the clothing look, and we get to style and tailor our clothes on our fingertips. But um another thing that I think would be interesting maybe in the fashion industry with like technology is maybe we can input something that we already have in our wardrobe like onto an app. And that I think that app already exists, but the technology isn't as good. But maybe in 5 years, it'll come with a better technology, and we no longer like have like a messy room to like go back to after like trying to pick out our clothes. And maybe in the app itself, we already have our own like stylist that matches like the garments that we already have. But yeah, we don't. I don't know if that's too ambitious for like 5 years, but it is important to note that this advancement in technology might be more applicable for for a younger audience, especially from our brand. We do have a lot of like older audience or like yeah older buyers who might still prefer our old ways. So while advancement to technology is good to note, we still take notes to be inclusive to our older generation as our target market differs.
Sure. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
anyway, we'll always have to um, put clothes on bodies, which is something that
Yeah.
technology doesn't have. That's,
Yeah.
that's something that will always apply. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Amanda Mufti, thanks for being with us. Thank you for sharing your insight about e-commerce in a very big and interesting country as Indonesia. So that's it for this edition of MEF Perspectives podcast. Until the next time, from Riccardo Amati, goodbye, and you too have luck with your work. Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening to Perspectives in Mobile. Join us next as we explore telecoms, technology, and mobile innovations. Stay tuned, stay connected, and let's unlock the mobile potential together.